What's up everybody, Spaz here. Welcome to my channel Arrow Key Gaming TV and welcome to my Battlefield 4 Beta First Impressions video. Now I know a lot of other people out there have already given you their first impressions of the game after a few hours of gameplay, but I didn't feel as though I could give you an accurate assessment on this game unless I put in a good deal of time. In doing so, I've come to the conclusion that I'm still 50-50 on this game. There are things that I like, but there are some big things that I strongly dislike. Let's start by taking a look at the new menu system. Overall, the menu system is much better than Battlefield 3. There are tons of customization options when it comes to your loadouts, weapons, and vehicles. There's even a nice little feature in which you can customize an emblem and it will appear on your soldier's shoulder patch, that's a mouthful, and on your vehicle. Despite all the customization options for this game, there's one major problem I have with weapon attachments, and that is the new battle pack system. Rather than unlock attachments for certain weapons by performing tasks or a certain amount of kills, DICE has decided to implement an MMO mechanic into this game by giving us random loot packs from leveling. Battle packs give you random rewards upon leveling, eliminating your control of pursuing specific attachments for different weapons. I think that the new battle pack system is silly and shouldn't have been introduced. But let's move on to the graphics and sound. I can't give you a 100% accurate assessment because this game is still in beta and there are optimization issues for PC players. For example, my machine cannot run this game on Ultra and maintain 30 frames per second, but people who I've spoken to that have similar PC builds are able to run it on Ultra and maintain 80 to 100 frames per second. Hopefully all these optimization issues will be fixed by release, and once they are, I believe this game is going to have stunning graphics. I like the new Levolution aspect of the new engine and look forward to seeing it implemented on all the maps. An example of Levolution is the way the building collapses on the Shanghai map. It's awesome, and there are other small examples located elsewhere on the map. Overall, the sound is okay. I like the bulk of the sounds and how they get you into the game, but there are instances of similar sounding weapons. But in total, I think the game will sound just as amazing as it looks once it is released. Let's move on to the gameplay. This is where the bulk of my complaints lie. Before I comment on the gameplay, I want to let you know that I'm not trying to sound like an elitist or a turbo nerd that refers to everyone as a noob, but I feel as though this game has been dumbed down too much. In Battlefield 3, you had to learn how to control your recoil and adapt your gameplay style with each weapon, but so far on Battlefield 4, I've noticed that the weapon spreads are much smaller, and the majority of the weapons require less skill to use. Rather than controlling your recoil, you can simply put your sights on a target and hammer away on your trigger. That isn't to say we don't have to monitor our recoil, I'm just simply stating that it's far easier to do in Battlefield 4. I'm also unhappy with how they've changed the helicopters. The helicopters move slower in Battlefield 4 and feel less responsive than in Battlefield 3. It feels as though they've simplified the mechanics, which might appear to be good, but I've noticed that it has eliminated some of the more advanced maneuvering in helos. Another instance of this game being dumbed down is the guided RPG. I've heard that this is just a beta thing and will be removed on the official release, but I've also heard people saying that it is here to stay. If it is here to stay, I'm going to be very displeased. Not only does it eliminate the purpose of Stingers, Javelins, and the new AT-4s, but in my opinion, some may disagree, it encourages poor gameplay. Some of the gameplay mechanics are better though. I like the way tanks maneuver now. They move smoother and bounce a lot less while running over objects. Occasionally they can get squirrely while driving, but overall I think they've improved. One thing people dislike is the tank shell drop. It is pretty drastic change from Battlefield 3, but I think we'll learn to adjust. Other things I look for in new games are just the small things that most often get overlooked. For example, there is a new feature in this game where you can now peek around cover or peek above cover. All you have to do is aim down the sights at the corner of whatever cover you're behind, and you'll either peek around or peek above that cover, and you'll be able to get a few shots off. Other small things that are added, I like the ability of swimming underwater now, also engaging in small arms fire in the water, and you can even knife people in the water, which I thought was pretty cool. And the last thing I want to touch on as far as gameplay is the hit detection. Even though this is beta, I feel like the hit detection has improved a little bit from Battlefield 3. I can't say for certain if it has in fact improved, but once the game is released, we'll be able to tell. And that's it for this video, guys. Just wanted to give you a quick video on my first impression since I will be covering more in-depth stuff over the course of this game. So I hope you will stay tuned for those videos. As always, it was great talking with you, and I hope to catch you in some more videos. Welcome.